Finally, the 2100 Social Security Act to give more money to those on a fixed income. Things are finally moving in the right direction. If you are on a fixed income beneficiary, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA survivor, then this video is for you. It is loaded with information. You are not going to want to miss this video. All the details and news is right here. But before we do, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm your host, John Muro with True Life Investing. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the family for your chance to win some free money. We do the giveaway every single Friday, so you can have a chance to win. If you appreciate the news, make sure to hit that like button. With all that being said, let's dive right here onto the news. So the legislation announced to improve Social Security and end the WEP/GPO. Well, what does that actually mean? What does this information actually entail for those on a fixed income? Well, the legislation announced this past week that it would expand and fortify Social Security as well as the repeal to the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset. So the Social Security 2100 Act is huge. It's monumental for those on a fixed income. It was introduced by Representative Jon Larson, the DCT out of Connecticut. He is a comprehensive Social Security reform activist that he has pushed this bill and the latest bill to repeal two unfair penalties that diminish the earned Social Security benefits of federal retirees. The most critical people that have to deal with inflation, that have to deal with all of this high interest rates, high gas costs, high grocery prices, is the elderly. Here's a video for Representative Jon Larson himself describing exactly what this pandemic has done to you guys.
Who in the United States of America has this impacted the most? In our country, this pandemic has impacted the elderly. Of the 1.2 million people who have passed away, over 850,000 are over the age of 65. With regard to inflation, the group that is hurt most by inflation are people on fixed incomes. And that would be the close to 70 million Social Security recipients here in this nation. We have a crisis in this country, a pension crisis, and a crisis that Congress has neglected for more than 52 years.
As he just explained, that is why he is stepping up to make sure that you on a fixed income are getting the help that you need. The Social Security 2100 Act will benefit everyone across the board. It is for all beneficiaries, our elderly, our senior citizens, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, and survivor, to give you a monthly increase that would put more money back in your pocket. Many of you already know that there's hard financial times that we're living in. The recession is looming. There are so many people that are worried about what will happen if we go into a recession. Has that prompted the federal government to provide a $1,200 stimulus check? Who would it go to if we were to go into a recession? Our economy is very fragile, considering that everything is still really high. If you looked at the cost of living adjustment, you can see very well that it's been cut in half. They said that your bump this year would be around 3%. Now, we all know you can go out to the grocery store, you can go to the gas station, go anywhere and still see the same high prices. Everything's still high. Try to buy a house. The interest rates are still super high. So what do they mean that inflation is going down? Why are they only giving you a 3% in COLA increase instead of saying, well, nothing's changed, everything's still high, we need to keep giving them the 8.7. How about do a little bit more so that way you get more money every single month? But instead, they are cutting that in half and expecting you to deal with the rest. Pick up the pieces, deal with everything else. Now, we're already stretching that dollar as far as you can stretch it. Many of you guys have commented saying that you're not able to fully pay all of your bills just because you simply don't get enough from the government. And things need to change. That's why they wanted to really introduce this Social Security 2100 Act to provide you guys with more money every single month. Your advocate, Bernie Sanders, has stood up with fellow lawmakers to introduce back into play the $200 monthly increase, giving you anywhere around $2,400 in 1 year. So when will the bill pass? When is Representative Jon Larson actually going to get this signed so that way you guys start getting more and more money? Well, we'll have that detailed news as soon as it comes out. Right now, they've reintroduced it. They're about 80% close to getting this bill done. Many people are in favor of it. Many of you guys know that you need it desperately to keep up with the financial things of living, daily expenses, paying your mortgage, healthcare. Things add up and you just need some more money. Now, we all know that Joe Biden isn't the most eloquent speaker. President Joe Biden causes confusion after signing off gun control speech with "God Save the Queen." Now, again, we could joke and say that he forgot what country he was in, or we could say that he didn't read it off the teleprompter just right. They have kept him to a you got to make sure you're reading the script, because if you start talking, there's no telling what he's going to say. Many of you guys already know they've pushed gun control. They've celebrated Pride Week. They put the rainbow flag in the center of both the American flags. Very disgraceful. He said that he would protect transgender children. Now, again, you can have your opinion. I have mine. Many of you guys are not in favor of it, and I am not as well, because there shouldn't be any transgender children. A child is not old enough to make those life-changing decisions that would affect their overall outcome. Like if a girl decided that one day she was a boy and she took medicine and pills to get rid of the hormones and testosterone, she would never be able to have kids again. That being able to make that decision at that young of an age should never be allowed. You have to be 18, 21 to make big decisions in your life. Why would that be any different? So this is where we've got to step up, protect our children. There are a lot of things happening when it comes to this whole LGBTQ community, what they're showing in schools, and it just has to stop. Many of you guys know me as well as my new channel, Conservative John, which is down in the description below, where we really discuss the true moral rights of a "in God we trust" community, of a country that we stand for that American flag and we make sure that we do things right. Because teaching that the LGBTQ community ideology inside our schools in middle school is not right on so many levels. Guys, tell me what you think about all of the stuff that is happening. We do have the most up-to-date news when it comes to stimulus checks, Social Security. We are very excited to hear about Representative Jon Larson giving this another push into Congress, the House of Representatives, so that way you guys could have a better chance of getting more money every single month. Like he said in the video, it's the elderly who have been affected the most by the pandemic. You guys have commented. I've seen the comments of the struggle and the hard times you've had to deal with because of everything that's went up. So I'm hoping this passes very, very soon. It could very well be this month. But stay tuned. I've got more videos on the way. If you hung up to the end, thank you so much for your love and support. Make sure to like and subscribe for your chance to win some free money. And until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace.